All right, guys, today we're going to actually walk through ChatGPT. I know that a lot of us are using it right now. There's a handful of prompts out on the internet so that you can make sure that you're using it efficiently. I'm going to go ahead and just give you guys a tour de ville, so to speak, just a tour of the application. So I'm sharing my screen now. I'm going to go ahead to ChatGPT, so chat.openai.com. You'll see that I have a handful of searches already. So, like, I've been using ChatGPT for a lot of things, both myself and for my clients. There are limitations with ChatGPT. So, one of the limitations that you may find is that some of the information is not updated or uploaded, it's incorrectly uploaded, or there's nothing that predates history of 2 years and more current. So, anything that's new in the news is not on ChatGPT, although there are new generations coming out. So, we can stay excited for those. Now, when it comes to using ChatGPT, you may find things like here I was looking for a code and it didn't have the code. So what is it? I apologize, but regarding this, it's not available. Totally fine. And then I had to go and try to figure out my answer a different way. So over here, I was registering business. As you can see, the business was in Quebec. We wanted to know what this code in itself referred to for the registration, and it couldn't tell me exactly what that was. So we had to be a little bit more specific. So, what would offices of consultants refer to as a business service? And then that broke down the business service and gave us more examples that were a lot more clear and concise to what we were looking for. Now, for example, over here, there's dog trades to consider. So I have a client who is running an affiliate marketing company for dog products, which is very nice. And she wanted to do an article. So the article was Dog Insights. So 5 things to consider when adopting your perfect puppy. And I wanted to go ahead. So I included all of this over here and I wanted it to give me a conclusion. So a lot of the times ChatGPT is going to have some limitations, and it's going to have limitations phrasing things in organic and personality filled ways. So with emotion and kind of human-esque. So what I like to do is actually create a structure, write the article, and then insert the article so it has my tonality to it, and then it can add the finishing touches. Now, in the case that you don't have an article already ready, sorry about that, to be able to put into ChatGPT so that it can create a reform or a new version of either a first paragraph, an intro, maybe a conclusion, an outline, whatever it is that you're looking to do. So you can go the sneaky way, wahahaha, and you can add a few articles. So you can do maybe a great articles, the best article. Sure, let's do a rewriter tool. That could be cool. See so much AI stuff coming out. And let's do article of the week. Awesome. So let's say we wanted to create a new article and it was all about different types of articles. Essentially, I can go ahead and put in all 3 of these texts, right? So writing made delightful AI. Well, I think that's just a sponsored. So let's go get something that's actually an article. 9 best AI tools. So let's say I go ahead. I'm just doing this as an example. So let's just assume that I copied this whole thing. I'm just going to copy this little bit and I can write it in here. Now, generally speaking, what I would do is actually put this inside its own conversation. The reason why is because I like to keep my chats organized to some extent. This way they're easy to go back to after. So I would write it in here and I would say something like, can you comprise these 2 texts into one consolidated paragraph, or maybe that's going to be an article or whatever it is, you can say maybe of words of 500 words that without changing the tone. And you go ahead and you do something like this, and ChatGPT is going to combine those two uber random texts together. It's going to create a consolidated paragraph of about 500 words. So here we have something that is about 500 words coming my way. Oops. And Kelly, a teacher, understands that one of the main challenges students face in reading is the lack of prior knowledge and background information. It's already sounding great. So you can go ahead if you're looking at creating an article and you don't have any structure for that article yet. You can grab articles that are already in existence. You can bring them together in ChatGPT, and you can then ask ChatGPT to consolidate it, recreating a new form of those previously created articles. Now, if you're going to start reading them and you notice, well, this is looking pretty similar to the article that I had put in, start prompting ChatGPT with more questions, right? Or more tasks. So maybe in here you want to add a bit more charm and personality to the text. Now, these are emotional things, right? But ChatGPT kind of gets it. So now Kelly is the extraordinary teacher with a knack for understanding his students. Whereas before, Kelly was what? Kelly was a teacher that understands that one of the main challenges, blah. We want Kelly to be extraordinary. We want him to have a knack for understanding his students. It's very human to add these adjectives. So that in a nutshell kind of sums up how you can use ChatGPT to create some really cool stuff. Now, again, I've used it for ample reasons, from helping my clients write their articles, edit their articles, come up with some cool creative concepts, especially in the form of listicles. I believe there's some listicles in here for the dog treats, or it's not going to load, but there's a listicle in here. Over here, I was helping my client with his framework. So this was, talking about enterprise resource planning as a supply chain system. It's a little bit more complex than what I was able to draw up. So with his project plans, we were able to create something that, just makes a lot more sense for the users. I helped here. These are some things that are in a different language. So if there's languages that I don't speak, I will write it in my country language and then ask it to translate that to not just the language that I'm looking for, but also the section, or the sector. So I live in Quebec. Over here, when I am adding things over here into ChatGPT, I am specifically going to ask ChatGPT. Let me just get to the beginning of this, which is a long time ago. I'm specifically going to ask ChatGPT to regurgitate the information in Quebec French. Now I'm looking for it on Boutin. You can see I struggled with it for a little bit. We all have to learn. So at some point I asked, it was something as simple as this: can you write this in French, Quebec? Expression where required and written informally. So, hi, how is your day? Thanks for learning Chat GPT with me. So now I'm going to send this in. I'll bring this way back to the bottom. Sorry, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Salut, comment ça va ta journée? Merci d'apprendre avec moi sur ChatGPT. C'est cool. So there you go. You can get it to translate. You can get it to write lists. You can get it to write blogs. You can get it to correct things for you, write in different languages. It's pretty infinite. You should definitely be taking advantage of this to the maximum. That's all I can say. There's a lot here that you guys can be using, especially when it comes to creating content. We all know that takes so much time. All right, guys, happy chat GPTing. If you have any questions, you can reach me at Your Brand. That's Nurit, NURIT, at Your Brand, YOURBRVND.com. We'll talk soon. Have a great day, guys. Bye.